will never write like, let's say it is like 2 mm you measure, you will not write 2 mm, okay? You will not write like 3.0, okay? You will not write like let's say 4.000. These will be wrong, okay? These will be wrong. The correct one will be, yeah.
Sir, can you please start?
If the least count is 1 mm, meaning less than 1, you cannot measure. So writing a decimal point is meaningless in an experimental observation. If you write a theory paper, I don't care whether you write 1.00 or 1.000, all are same, you know. But when you are doing experiment, each digit has a meaning. Meaning the instrument with which you are measuring has accuracy up to second decimal level. If you write like 1.000 means like the instrument you are measuring has accuracy up to third level. Likewise. So if it is 1 mm, meaning like in terms of mm, beyond decimal units, you will be writing correct value will be 2, 3, 4 and likewise. Okay, that will be the correct way to write. These are the wrong way to write. And if you write in centimeter, then the same value will be 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. Again, you will not write 0.20, 0.30. Okay, so these are the correct representation. These are the wrong representation. Okay, so mathematically they are not wrong, but experimentally you have to take care of these small things. That how you write table. So you have to specify what is unit. Okay, any table, like first of all you have to calculate how the least count is the most important thing. So if it is vernier calipers, so first do not just write just like that. Okay, 0.01 centimeter, or for screw gauge like 0.001 centimeter. So do not directly write how, I mean, write the steps as well, that how you have arrived at the numbers, like 10 scales on the vernier are equal to 10 division on vernier scale is equal to 9 division on many scale. And then how do you calculate it? Somewhere it may so happen that 50 divisions are equal to 49 division of many scale. Okay, there are certain setups, so you should not take it granted. You should we will provide. So in the data analysis part, first you describe how least count is written. Okay, first of all. Second of all, you make the table, write all the units, taking care of the significant digits as per the experimental least count of the corresponding column. Okay. Then the error analysis part. Okay. Error analysis. So suppose you have some formula, you know, some quantity you are measuring. Let's say that quantity is y. Okay, and that is like a b cubed by c square. Let's say you have some quantity, and I'll give you various examples wherever you cannot figure out how to measure the error analysis. So error analysis can be of various kinds. One is like statistical analysis, statistical error, statistical error. And that is done when you have a large data samples. Okay, one quantity is measured, let's say 100 times. Okay, so or you have large data samples, then basically you calculate the standard deviation. You know, standard deviation like summation, the deviation of the value from the average. You know, and then basically you take a square root of it, then divide by the total number of guys, n equal to 1 to n, then ai. Okay, and then of course you take a mod of it, you know, because deviation with respect to this is average. Okay, you know the formula. So this people use when you have large data samples, then you calculate the standard deviation. How so this will be your error for statistical, but that is not the case which we will be dealing in this experiment. Okay, but so suppose I have some quantity and one is like, and we want to figure out how much is the error. Okay, so what you do, you basically A, B, C you are observing from the table, you know, A, B, C, and all these they have a least count, and some unit they have a separate, some quantity may be length, some quantity may be temperature, some quantity may be weight. Okay, I don't know, I'm not specifying, I'm just giving sample digit. Okay, so what you do, you take a log on both sides. Okay. All right. Now take like differentiate both sides. Okay. So this will give me delta y by y This will be delta A by A plus 3 delta B by B minus 2 delta C by C. Okay. Now this is the basically you see you can say like this is delta Y upon Y. Okay. This is delta A upon A plus 3 delta B by B. This minus sign people make, I'll write it specifically. Make negative as positive to maximize the error. There is no harm in that. Okay, maximize the error. Okay, so this quantity we purposefully make it positive so that error is not minimized. Now this quantity you can say like least count of A. So basically delta A means like what can be the minimum fraction of A possible. So that is least count of A. Okay, then 3 into LC of quantity B divided by B. Then 2 times LC of C divided by C. And that is, if you see, this is the, and what quantities of A, B, C you will use, because as I told you in the table, let's say you have A, B, C and you have like 10 data points. Okay, 1, 2, 10 data points. Now you will use such value of A for which error is maximum. So you want to show maximum error, otherwise you can also do like for each data you calculate the error here, like final value of Y. Okay, then calculate the error in each value and then take the average error. Either you do that or you take you report the maximum error. Maximum error will be in the values whose values are very close to the least count. Like suppose you have a least count 1 millimeter and you measure 2 mm only with that. How much will be the error? Error will be possible measurement is 1 millimeter with this certainty. So that will be like 1 by 2. Okay. And this is the fractional error into 100. This is like 50% error. But suppose you measure, let's say 100 mm. 100 mm with the scale having least count 1 millimeter. Now the error will be 1 upon 100. Okay, into 100. This is 1%. So you can see if you measure like you are far away from the least count. Okay, the error is less. If you are closer to the least count, so the more error occurs because of the values which are very close to the least count. Okay, so if we want you to report, you to report the maximum. But the best is you take the average and then whatever Y value, because Y also we report the average value. Okay, so one average Y, what is average error? So then finally you report like result, the value of the Y obtained from the experiment is the average value plus minus whatever is the error. In error, I mean if you write in percentage, then you write like whatever value comes, like let's this comes value X. Unit you write, then in percentage you write like 3% plus minus 3%. But if you write like in terms of plus minus actual, so you write X unit plus in the same unit take 3% of the value and then write like 3% of X. Okay, with unit. Okay, so you will write exact value. Okay, so this is how you represent. So I hope it is clear, like some formula may be Y equal to AB, some quantity may be something else. Okay, so depending on situation, in every experiment your formula for error analysis might be different. If you are unable to figure it out anywhere, please ask me, okay, that how to calculate error here, sir. Okay, there are many experiments. There is a experiment by of internal resistance. Okay, so there the formula may not be exactly like this. So I hope I am done with this, and Professor Mahto will